The miracle of the sun was an event that took place on October 13, 1917, in Fatima, Portugal. According to eyewitness accounts, the sun seemed to move across the sky, dance and spin, emitting multicolored lights, before rushing towards the earth. The event was witnessed by a crowd of around 70,000 people, including believers and non-believers alike, who had gathered at the site following a series of apparitions of the Virgin Mary to 3 local children. The Virgin Mary is believed to have made a series of revelations to the children, which have become known as the Fatima apparitions. The revelations included a message of peace and the importance of prayer, as well as a warning that the world was about to enter a period of war and suffering. The miracle of the sun was widely publicized by the press at the time and is considered a miraculous event by the Catholic Church, which canonized 2 of the children as saints. However, the event was also the subject of debate and skepticism by many, who argued that the phenomenon could be explained by natural causes such as an optical illusion. Regardless of its origin, the miracle of the sun remains a significant event in the history of Portuguese religion and culture, and is remembered annually at religious celebrations in Fatima. It was October 13, 1917, in Fatima, Portugal, and a crowd of around 70,000 people gathered in an open field to witness a divine promise. 3 local children, Lucia, Francisco and Jacinta, had claimed to have received apparitions from the Virgin Mary at a number of previous events, and anticipation was high. As the crowd sang hymns and prayed, the children began talking to the Virgin Mary, who told them that she would perform a miracle to prove the truth of her revelations. The children asked the Virgin Mary to stop the rain that was falling that day, and she promised that she would do something even greater. Suddenly, the clouds began to lift, and the sun appeared in the sky. But, to everyone's surprise, the sun seemed to move strangely, dancing and spinning in the sky. Then it began to emit multicolored lights, and finally it seemed to be rushing towards the earth. The crowd, made up of believers and non-believers alike, was in shock and wonder at what was happening before their eyes. Many knelt in prayer, while others stared at the sun in disbelief at what they saw. When the miracle ended, the crowd was ecstatic. They knew they had witnessed something extraordinary, something they could never forget. From that day on, the apparitions of Fatima and the miracle of the sun became part of the history of Portuguese religion and culture. Even today, more than a century later, people still gather in Fatima to remember that day. They light candles, sing hymns and pray for peace in the world, as the Virgin Mary had asked the children. And when you look at the sun, you can still see the multicolored rays of light that seem to dance across the sky, reminding you of the miracle that happened so long ago. After the miracle of the sun, the 3 children, Lucia, Francisco and Jacinta, were even more persecuted and ridiculed by many, who doubted their experiences. However, the event's popularity increased belief in their revelations and many people began to visit them in search of healing or spiritual guidance. Unfortunately, Francisco and Jacinta fell ill shortly after the miracle. They had been warned by the Virgin Mary that this would happen and that they should offer their sufferings for the salvation of souls. Both died in 1919 and 1920, respectively, due to an influenza epidemic. Lucia, the only survivor of the 3 children, became a nun and lived in cloister for many years. She continued to receive apparitions and messages from the Virgin Mary throughout her life, and wrote several books about her experiences and the revelations she received. In 1930, the Catholic Church recognized the Fatima apparitions as authentic and subsequently canonized Francisco and Jacinta as saints in 2017. Lucia passed away in 2005 at the age of 97, and her words and writings continue to inspire millions of people around the world. The world. The miracle of the sun at Fatima is a fascinating and inspiring story of faith, perseverance and courage in the face of adversity. The 3 children, who were ridiculed and persecuted, have become symbols of hope and inspiration for millions of people around the world. This event then is a miracle. What's up? Did you like the content? Leave your comment on the video. Like and share with all friends and family. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Thank you, and until the next video.